What is up, everyone? My name is Sholtan, and today we're going to talk about the possible future of Anthem. The looter-shooter genre is literally booming right now. Warframe seems bigger than ever. Destiny's future is literally up in the air with Bungie's separation from Activision. We have The Division 2 coming up, and of course, Anthem. But one thing that I want to focus on today is how should BioWare approach the growth of their game. We all know EA is a big fan of the game as a service model, a model that to me fits the looter genre perfectly and yet doesn't seem to be implemented in its main games. Prime examples, Destiny 2 and soon to release Division 2. The original plan for Destiny was a 10-year plan, a plan that simply wasn't put together in the best way it could have been. The looter games genre thrive on making its players feel rewarded, be it by leveling up, learning new skills, or getting new gear, or as we like to call it, loot. The problem with sequels is that it usually means, as we've seen with Destiny 2, that all this progression your players went through needs to go. They went with the idea of an equal playing field at launch for Destiny's sequels, and although I kinda understand why they did it, you don't want your new players to feel like they're behind in a new game that just released by having a bunch of fully leveled up and fully geared guardians running around and taunting them that they missed out on the first game. The problem is that for all these players who put hundreds of hours into the original title, all that grinding and looting and going for that perfect roll and that perfect gun, this is all made irrelevant with a sequel. Then you have all the problems that we went through with Destiny 2, spending most of its lifespan actually undoing mistakes that were created with the idea of a more accessible game compared to the first one, to try to get a more casual crowd to get on Destiny. I understand wanting to attract more players to your game, but when Destiny 1 felt like a game more for the hardcore, Destiny 2 felt way too easy for the standards of the original Guardians that I've come to expect. All your gear, all your shaders, all your title cards you had acquired that could help you literally show off in the game how much of a veteran you really were, that was all gone with Destiny 2. And now with Bungie separating from Activision and taking full control of the franchise, who knows how much time you actually have before all you've acquired in Destiny 2 is made irrelevant again. This is why I hope there will be only one Anthem. Sequels destroy player progress, they separate the player base, and actually make the new game even more daunting for new players who might think they missed out by not playing the first game and therefore won't getting the new one. Sequels also make old content relevant. If you want to run Vault of Glass with your friends, well, I hope you're not on Destiny 2 because it's not there. You have to go out of your game, launch the first one, hopefully you still have it installed on your very limited hard drive space if you're playing on a day one PS4, and then you can play it. But all of that new gear you acquired in Destiny 2 that you might want to try in the old content, that did come with you. That's still locked in the other game. From what we know now, BioWare and EA seem to hope they can sustain Anthem for 10 years with only one game, and I truly hope they do. A proper looter shooter shouldn't get a sequel. Old content should be made irrelevant because of a big number next to your title. I want to look at Anthem in 5 years and I want to be able to replay old strongholds with my friends if I feel like it. Even if the loot I get from it is irrelevant, at least I can replay my favorite old content at a simple click of a button if I want to. I want to look at my javelin and marvel at my achievements, all my collections of the best gear combinations I've acquired over the years. I want my son to get into this game when they are of age, because they're a little young right now, and hop in their party and they'll look at me and know, wow, that's a true veteran. I want them to send me invites and be like, hey dad, I'm stuck and I know you can get us through this section. I want to get into social space and have people turn and pause as they look at my Colossus and know, he's been at it for a while. Although I never got into it personally, Warframe is a prime example. Get it? Prime? That an old game can be brought to the spotlight time and time again through good expansions that will keep your current player base coming back and entice new players to try it out because they'll think, this game has been out for a while, I keep hearing about it, look at all this content I'm getting if I hop in right now. To me, Warframe is probably the only game with the right model for the looter-shooter genre. One big-ass game that you keep building upon. A true game as a service, but Warframe is made by a small independent developer and therefore are limited in what they can bring and at what pace they can bring it. I will nonetheless commend Digital Extremes for how far they have taken Warframe. From what I played when I first booted up their game on the PS4 launch, to what it is now, Warframe is a completely different beast, and that is what I want to see with Anthem. I want to see what a AAA team can bring us with this type of game evolution model. It's time all these devs started really implementing the game as a service model the way it's actually made to be implemented. I don't want to be milked to fund the next game. I want to fund this game. So that is for today's thoughts. Let me know in the comment section what do you guys think would be the best way to keep developing Anthem post-launch. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.